Hello and welcome. Battle for Bihar has begun. Now voting for the first of the 5-phase assembly elections is on and polling is being held on 49 seats. All the details on that and much more on Bihar polls in the next half an hour in Verdict 2015. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor and here are this morning's election headlines. Voting underway in first phase of elections in Bihar. PM appeals to voters to come out in large numbers and exercise their franchise as 49 constituencies seal the fate of 583 candidates. Bihar Urban Development Minister Avdesh Kushwaha resigns over allegations of graft. Minister says it's a big conspiracy by his political rivals. Election Commission grants approval for Prime Minister's rally in Bhabua. Opposition has lodged complaint against a rally that coincides with the first phase of polling. And in focus today is self-help groups in Bihar that are becoming a focus of all campaigns as they set to expand further following accolades from none other than RBI chief. Well, the first of the 5 phases of elections to the state's 243 state assembly is underway at the moment. Well, voting is underway in 49 constituencies of Bihar across 10 districts in the state. Well, polling that began at 7 in the morning will end at 5 in the evening. Over 1 crore 35 lakh voters will decide the electoral fortune of 583 candidates. Now, 10 seats in Samastipur, 7 seats each in Begusarai and Bhagalpur, 5 each in Banka and Nawada, 4 each in Khagaria and Jamui, 3 in Munger and 2 each in Lakhisarai and Shekhpura are voting today. Now, BJP has fielded 27 candidates in the 49 seats, followed by 24 by the JDU, 17 by the RJD, 13 by the LJP, 8 by the Congress, 6 by the Rashtriya Lok Samta Party and 3 by HAM or Hindustani Awam Morcha. Now, Morwa and Moinuddin Nagar seats in Samastipur have a maximum of 18 candidates each, while Varsaliganj in Nawada has a minimum of 6 candidates. Well, my colleague Ravindra Shuran took an overview of the polling going on in Samastipur a short while back. Let's take a listen.
We are right now standing outside one of the polling booth of Samastipur district in Bihar. The first phase voting is already going on since morning, and this is a model polling station made by the Election Commission. You can see red carpet has been put here to welcome all the voters, and a special arrangement has been done here in the model polling station. Medical facility has been provided by the Election Commission. Chairs has been given to the voters who want to sit here. Water has been given, clean water has been ensured. Also, the toilet facilities also been given by the Election Commission this time. And special arrangement has been made for the people who are wheelchair bound and they want to vote. They can go through the ramp. The facility is also given to them. You can see long serpentine queues here since morning 7 a.m. Special security arrangements has been done by the Election Commission this time. The CAPF, the CRPF, the CISF, BSF, ITBP and SSB has been deployed on different parts of the polling stations where the election is going on. Also, Netra, the drone has been used for tackling the Naxal movement in the geographical tough areas where it is tough for the police force to go. And this time, the first time in the history of Bihar and history of Indian democracy, that all the assembly segments are going in polls with the electronic voting machine, with the photograph of the candidates.
All right, Dr. Shakil is a political analyst, is now joining us on the phone line. Good morning, Dr. Shakil, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Shakil, now the first phase of elections is on. A big litmus test really for both the NDA and the Grand Alliance.
Yes, this is going to be the litmus test as a matter of fact. And you can see at the body language of both the alliances that the body language does not seem to be comfortable for either of their leaders, giving out signals that nobody is confident this time around that who is going to make the final cut. and the way different alliances are trying to score over each other, trying to blame each other. So that also reflects that they are trying every weapon in their armory to bring around voters in their support. So yes, this is going to be a big litmus test for both of them.
Yes.
So close neck and neck fight being predicted, it is good sign that large number of voters are there and they want to make a change in the electoral results. So let us see. Now the dice has been cast.
Absolutely. And speaking about the first phase, Dr. Shakil, who are the heavyweights really in this phase whose future is at stake?
The heavyweights are always in all the phases you will go and see, because for Bihar, for a strange reason, the chief minister aspirants hardly ever fight assembly elections. They come through legislative councils. There are legislative councils in Bihar. So Nitish ji is a member of legislative council. Sushil Modi, who is into another alliance, is also a member of the legislative council. So they are not into the fray. But then, of course, there are many ministers in the fray. Many top old horses are there in the fray. So in Bhagalpur, even some green horns have become very important. For example, in Bhagalpur, son of Mr. Ashwani Chaubey is fighting election, facing a huge opposition from their own party members. So that is going to be a real litmus test for BJP, and it seems to be very difficult for them. They have not been able to convince even their rank and file in BJP that Ashwani Chaubey's son Abhijit was the right choice. So it has taken a beating both inside the BJP and outside the BJP, because BJP had been...
All right. We seem to have lost contact with the political analyst, Dr. Shakil there. We'll keep coming back to him. But as you can see from the visuals there, the high-stake Bihar Assembly elections have begun. And the voting started at 7 in the morning in 49 seats, and which is spread over 10 districts. Now, this is the first of the 5-phase elections amid elaborate security arrangements. Now, the Prime Minister has urged people in Bihar to vote in large numbers. In his appeal, the Prime Minister asked everyone to vote in large numbers, especially the young voters. And a day ahead of the first phase of polling, a big embarrassment for the Nitish Kumar government. Now, Senior Minister in the State Cabinet, Avdesh Prasad Kushwaha, resigned after a sting video surfaced showing him purportedly accepting a bribe. Kushwaha, who is the Urban Development Minister, sent in his resignation after talking to Nitish Kumar. The allegation against Kushwaha is that he accepted a bribe of 4 lakh rupees. Now, the JDU has forwarded his resignation to the governor for accepting. Kushwaha, who is the JDU candidate for Pipra Assembly constituency in East Champaran district, won't contest now. The party will field another nominee. Now, Kushwaha has, however, termed this video a high-level conspiracy hashed by his rivals.
गंभीर आरोप है, इसलिए मैंने अपने मंत्री पद से माननीय मुख्यमंत्री को आग्रह करते हुए इस चीज से, इस आरोप से मैं मर्माहत हूं और त्याग पत्र भेज दिया हूं। और जो आरोप लगाया गया है इसका डट करके जो सही बात है जनता के सामने लाने का मैं कोशिश करूंगा।
ये एक प्रकार से बिहार बेचने का एडवांस जो है इन लोगों ने लेने का काम किया है। ऐसा नहीं कि नीतीश कुमार जी इन बातों को नहीं जानते। ये तो स्टिंग ऑपरेशन किसी ने किया और कोई फंस गया, लेकिन उनका जो पूरा मंत्रिमंडल है वो आकंठ भ्रष्टाचार के अंदर डूबा हुआ है।
All right, let's go back to Dr. Shakil. Dr. Shakil, now money power, it seems, is influencing these Bihar elections more than ever before, because there was a huge amount of cash which was seized by the police in the last 20 days, and now we have this sting operation. How do you look at these developments?
I mean, corruption has been a bane of Bihar politicians. And it has been, since the independence, we have been seeing cutting across the party affiliations, corruption are there. It's only a matter of chance that somebody is caught, and otherwise most of the people go scot-free. So yes, I mean BJP has every right to make an issue on the polling day of this corruption issue. But Nitish has been smart enough to take the sting out of this by getting the resignation of Mr. Kushwaha, who was caught in this thing. And now questions are being asked by JDU that what BJP is doing to their ministers in other states or in the center when they have been accused of taking bribes, like in Madhya Pradesh in the Apan case, where even the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh is supposed to be one of the person who could be involved in the Apan this thing. So now JDU people and the Grand Alliance people are trying to say that, look, what we did, even Arvind Kejriwal made the similar thing, that when one of the ministers was on his thing was caught, he removed him immediately. So they are trying to be on a high moral pedestal that once they have been caught, we have removed them. And now they are attacking BJP that you have not done so, even there are so many cases. So this is how the things are right now. But of course, BJP is trying to make whatsoever they can make out of this sting operation. It has become a good beating tool in their hands at this point of time.
But also, if you look at this sting operation, when the person is chatting with the minister, now the minister is found to be blatantly violating the Election Commission's spending limit, which is fixed for an assembly constituency, because he talks of spending 1 to 2 crore rupees as election expenditure.
Yes, I mean, the poor minister, if would have been aware that he is on camera, you could have never told it. But the fact that now parties are able to circumvent the Election Commission's mandate of higher limit of money expenditure is an open secret. Is an open secret. So that's why you found now that the crore-patis are in every political parties, but for the left parties in Bihar, every political parties has 1 dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen crore-pati candidates. Even in this election, the Congress candidate from Bhagalpur, Mr. Ajit, is one of the richest person fighting this election.
So let's not to take names here, but yeah, there are a number of candidates. Mr. Shakil, you stay with us. We'll just come back to you. Meanwhile, just let's listen into some of the reactions really coming in on that development.
See, what has come in the video, I would not like to comment, but very clearly coming just 24 hours before polling, it is politically motivated. See, a sting operation like this would have certainly taken place much longer before, and it clearly shows the frustration and the fear in the BJP's mind that they are losing this election, which is why they've got it done 12 hours or 18 hours before.
On this resignation sort of Avdesh Kushwaha. One, Nitish Kumar's tall claim of fighting graft or fighting corruption has been exposed. Their own minister has been caught, Avdesh Kushwaha, in a sting operation taking bribe. Second is, on one hand, you are taking action against Kushwaha. On the other hand, you have joined hands with a person who has been convicted in a fodder scam. So what kind of, double face Mr. Nitish Kumar is showing?
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be holding a rally at Bihar's Babua today after getting a green signal from the Election Commission. Well, the Grand Alliance of the JDU, RJD and Congress had on Sunday lodged a complaint with the Election Commission over Prime Minister's rally that coincides with the polling for the first phase of assembly elections in 49 seats. Well, the complaint said that rally's live telecast would be a violation of the Model Code of Conduct. Now, Kaimur district authorities had also denied permission for the event despite SPG clearance. Thereafter, a BJP delegation had submitted a memorandum to the Chief Electoral Officer seeking his intervention for the grant of permission. Now, following the go-ahead from the Election Commission, the rally shall go on as scheduled. All right, let's go back to Dr. Shakil. Dr. Shakil, now how do you look at the controversy around the Prime Minister's Babua rally? Election Commission has given a go-ahead, but looking at this particular event, how has there been some previous events, instances of a similar kind?
No, I don't recall any similar instance that a rally of a Prime Minister is being cancelled on security reasons. But this time around, this being in the very strong heartland of Maoists, so I don't know what intelligence inputs DM might be having about the rally. And in Bihar, the sympathies of Maoists are not supposed to be with the NDA government at center. So I don't know how and why, what were his intelligence inputs that he decided to say so. But one interesting thing which I can say, that for the first time I was hearing to Mr. Sushil Modi's press conference a few minutes ago, he was charging bureaucracy that they are siding with that. This is for the first time is happening during this election campaign, that now NDA is charging bureaucracy for being partisan. It could mean two things. The first could be yes, possibly yes, they are, but it could be due to the reason that now they are feeling that they are on a sticky field, and before the election process has actually started today, they have started charging, because after the defeats, every alliance says the bureaucracy works with the particular political combination. So this is not emitting a good healthy signal for NDA that charging bureaucracy not only for not allowing PM's rally, but also telling, he was addressing on Adesh Kushwaha's sting operation, that they are also involved in this entire bribery, corruption quagmire. So this is a very new input which is coming from NDA, and one wonders whether it is due to the lack of confidence that they are not going to make it to the assembly election on the winning side. I mean, this is my speculation.
All right, Dr. Shakil, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So the first phase of assembly elections in Bihar is on. These polls will give a clear indication really of the likely outcome of the elections and also the political mood in the state. We'll keep coming back to our reporters and giving you all the updates on that story. But in Verdict 2015, we'll take a very short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Today we bring to you the Negotiable Instruments Amendment Second Ordinance 2015.
I think the ordinance in itself has created or made it much more easier for the individual borrowers to go and file a case wherever this is happening.
This has provided an immediate relief to all those small borrowers and the small businessmen.
Whenever we are working with fund houses and they have been lending money, there are multiple check bouncing cases which we are facing on a daily basis.
Watch Law of the Land on Rajya Sabha television.
आपका मुद्दा, आपका हाथ, सरकार तक पहुंचेगा आपका सवाल। राज्यसभा टीवी बनेगा आपकी आवाज।
आजादी के बाद कैसे बदला परिवेश, कैसे बनी संसद, कैसे उठा देश।
When the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
कौन थे वो लोग जो दे गए हमको शानदार विरासत, लोकतंत्र की मजबूत इमारत। राज्यसभा टेलीविजन।
Welcome back. Now, Bihar is taking huge strides in women's empowerment through self-help groups, now cheered by accolades from various quarters, including RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan. Now, self-help groups in Bihar are set to expand further, which is making them the focus of all campaigning parties. Here is the story.
It's been a while, but Naushad still remembers her ordeal. Her husband didn't want her to join the self-help group. Trying to prevent her from contributing ₹5 every month, he would beat her up, threaten to cut off her thumbs and throw her out of the house. Only when Naushad took a loan of ₹20,000 to pay off old debts did he realize the importance of what she was doing.
पहले हमारी एक बच्ची पैदा हुई तो पैदा होने के बाद उसके इतना यानी ऊपर वाला मुसीबत दे दी, दुख दे दी उसको इतना कि हम डॉक्टर से इलाज नहीं उसको कर पाए। आज तक पूरी का पूरी हम अपना सपना को पूरा किए। आज जैसा चाहे मन चाहा बाल बच्चे को पहना रहे हैं, खिला रहे हैं, इंग्लिश मीडियम में 3 बच्चे को भी पढ़ा भी रहे हैं।
Social help groups are making a difference in the state. Their activities include making incense sticks, pooling small savings, marketing local products, and providing nutrition to expectant mothers. Thanks to them, the local money lender who fleeced villagers charging high interest rates is today just a bad memory that's fading fast.
तो 20 रुपये करके यानी सैकड़ा ही जरूरत पर जब तबीयत खराब या और कोई समस्या है तो मिलता था। अगर 500 लिए तो उसको 200 रुपया सूद हो जाता था।
80 lakh women have been benefited from the 2 lakh self-help groups in the state. Many of them operate under the centre's ambitious National Rural Livelihoods Mission. The state government has also promoted them in a big way. No wonder they are ardently wooed across the political spectrum.
With poverty came illiteracy, and with illiteracy came low self-esteem. But now, economic liberalization and new perspective are discernible changes that SHGs have brought, ushering in self-dependence and self-confidence, and most importantly, political awareness. These women no more simply follow the instructions of their husbands before casting their votes. In Bihar with camera person Sudhanshu, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
And we now shift focus to Hajipur, where farmers engaged in banana plantations are awaiting help from the government to reap benefits from their produce. Here are all the details. Banana plantations are a major source of livelihood for farmers in Hajipur. Large areas of land here are dedicated to banana plantations, with a major bulk of the produce exported to nearby states. The large tracts of the plantation are clearly visible from the bridge over the river Ganga on the way from Patna to Hajipur.
पहले रेट वगैरह केला का सही था, लेकिन अभी वैसा रेट नहीं मिल रहा है। और जैसे मान लीजिए कि लगन का सीजन में तो कुछ सही रहता है, उसके बाद तो 30 रुपये 40 रुपये घोर हो जाता है।
The banana plant can be easily grown with water from bore wells. The income from such a produce is also impressive. But due to lack of support from the government, farmers are facing several problems. Apart from the plant, the leaves and the banana stem can be a source for a parallel industry. But lack of infrastructure here has meant that this potential cannot be tapped into.
प्रॉफिट है नहीं, इसलिए दिक्कत हर किसान को है। समस्या गंभीर है। सरकारी मदद मिले तो अच्छा रहेगा।
किया तो बहुत कुछ जा सकता है, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से कुछ हेल्प मिले तब तो, लेकिन यहाँ गवर्नमेंट ध्यान ही नहीं देती।
Farmers here are hoping that the government turns its attention to their plight so that they can reap rich dividends. This is Ravinder Shiran's report for Rajya Sabha TV. Well, that is all in this edition of Verdict 2015. But news and updates on Bihar polls will continue through the day. Keep watching Rajya Sabha TV. Thanks for watching.